video, we are going to study how to draw a rhombus starting from the four cases according to your given. So if you have two diagonals or a side and an adjacent angle, one diagonal in a side, one diagonal and one random angle, you are going to need the following. You are going to need a ruler, a set square, a compass and a protractor in order to follow and draw with me. So case number one, if you are given two diagonals. Okay. So in the question, like in the following in front of you, they're not going to tell you, are giving you two diagonals, go and draw that rhombus. That's not gonna happen. So they are going to ask you, for example, construct a rhombus MADI in each of the following cases. So we have in part A, DM equals 6 centimeter, AI equals 4 centimeter. How to know what are they? Are they diagonals or are they sides? So we simply go and draw on a draft paper, like I'm going to draw it randomly. For example, I know it's not looking so much like a rhombus, but it's just a draft, MADI. Okay, so imagine this is a rhombus. And let's see the given that they have given to us. What are these DM and AI? So DM, yes, this is a diagonal, and AI, this is a diagonal. So you are going to draw this on a draft paper, okay, and ignore that after that. So just in order to know what are these given segments, are they the sides or are they the diagonals or what? So given these diagonals, we are going to draw. So first of all, we are going to draw, let's say DM equals 6 centimeter. I will grab my ruler and I will draw starting from the 0, 6 centimeter. So this is a 6 centimeter, and here we go. This is our first side, our first diagonal, which is called DM. Okay, so this is DM. This is not looking so much like a D. Let me fix that. Okay, so this is DM. Now after we have drawn this diagonal, we are going to draw the second diagonal, which is MD. Now remember, MD and AI, yeah, they are like in reverse. So we draw this first. Never matters. No, it doesn't matter. So we draw MD first, and now we are going to draw AI. Remember that they bisect each other, meaning they cut each other in the midpoint. So we are going to the midpoint of DM. So it is 6 centimeter. The midpoint is at 3 centimeters, and we are going to mark this. So let me mark this. This is our mark. So at 3 centimeter in the midpoint. Now we are going to take the ruler away and we are going to use the set square. Why the set square? Because the diagonals of the rhombus are perpendicular. So just put that in place and draw a perpendicular line at this midpoint. Okay, so here is the protractor, and I'm going to draw a perpendicular line now. Now how much it measures? So AI is 4 centimeter. So this AI, all of it is 8 centimeter. Okay, so I'm going to draw from one side. So all of it is 4 centimeters. So from one side it's 2 centimeters, from the other side is 2 centimeters. So above DM, I'm going to draw, let me first of all draw the line. Let's say I'm going to draw the line randomly, and then I'm going to measure it. Okay, so because the set square doesn't mark from 0, so then I draw a random line. I didn't care for its measure. Okay, and then I will move it downwards. Okay, so you can flip that and also draw a perpendicular from downwards. Okay, just putting that in the correct position. Yes, here it is. And then we are going to draw also a random line. I'm not paying attention so much to its measure. I'm just drawing a perpendicular line. I want them to be perpendicular, and I'm not paying attention for the measure. That's because the set square doesn't start, its edge doesn't start from 0. I'm going to measure 2 centimeters. So I'm going to mark Where is my 2 centimeter? Okay, so here it is. I'm going to mark that. And also from upwards I'm going to mark 2 centimeter. And here's my mark. Okay. After I have finished marking, I move that away. I erase the rest. I'm going to erase that. Okay. And then I am going to write that, or we can now connect the points together. So this is D, and connected to that point, connected to M, and then go back and connect it to this point, and then move it back to D. So, and now we may name it. So it is a D, and here is so if we put here, for example, A, does it go in the same order as its name? So it is M-A-D-I. Yes, it goes well. So M-A-D-I. Okay. On our draft paper, it looks like it's inverted, but no problem. Okay. So here's our rhombus. Now we can erase the draft, and here's our rhombus. We draw it from the diagonals. So next, in part B, we have DA equals 3 centimeter and DAI equals 50 degree, in which they are a side and an angle. How do I know that it's a side and an angle? I draw a draft. So I go to the drafts and draw a draft of a rhombus. Okay, and we name it as they have asked us. So MADI, and we see that DA is a side, right? So this is DA, DA is a side, and the angle that they have given us, it is DAI, so DAI to here, so this is the angle which is equals to 50 degree. Now we need all the angle, we need the angle of the rhombus, not half, just half of it. You see that AI is a diagonal. Yes, and diagonals in the rhombus, or diagonals, they bisect the angles. So this diagonal is also a bisector of the angle MAD, of all this angle. So if it is a bisector, it cuts the angle in half. Then if this is 50, then this is also 50. So we conclude that this angle, the whole angle I mean, is equals to 100 degree, because 50 plus 50 equals 100 degree. Great. So we have 100. So that's 100. Okay. So DA is equals to 3 centimeter. This angle A is 100 degree. Okay, and of course all of the other sides are also 3 centimeter, because all the sides in a rhombus are equal. So we will be starting with the side. Okay, so let's you can start with the side like in an inclined way, or you can start it in a horizontal way. It doesn't really matter as long as you are working with the correct numbers and the letters are in the order in MADI. Okay, so I will draw DA equals 3 centimeter. So starting from the 0 and reaching 3, this is 3 centimeter. Okay, and that's one side is finished, and we are going to call it DA. Now on the on this A, it is the vertex of this angle. So on A, you are going to draw an angle which is equals to 100 degree. Okay, then we are going to use a protractor. And here is the protractor. I'm going to put it the center of the protractor on A, start from this side here, and many students they do not know where to start. Do we use these numbers in the inside or the outer numbers? It depends. Sometimes we use the outer numbers and sometimes we use the inner numbers. How do we know that? Well, as we are starting on this side, okay, because this is the line, we are starting on this side, okay, then we are going to search where is the zero. We are going to, like, we open the angle, right? So the angle is like here, and we're going to open it, yeah. So we are going to start from 0 and we will open it. So if we start in the inner numbers, it is 0, 10, 20, 30, and the angle is growing as I opened it. However, this is if you use the outer numbers, it's unlogical because it's 170, 160. So as I am opening the angle, the numbers are decreasing. So it's not logical. We are going to use the inner numbers, okay, اللي من جوا هن. So I'm going to open the angle till it reaches 100. So here, according to the inner numbers, this is 100. I'm going to elongate that, okay. So from this side we are going to use the inner numbers. However, if D was on this side, we were going to use the outer numbers. So it depends where the angle starts. Yes. Okay, now we are going to move that. So we so far we have drawn DA. So we have opened the angle and drawn it 100. Now we need this line to be in the correct measure. So DA is 3. We opened 100, and then now this line MA, and MA equals to 3 centimeter because all of the sides of the rhombus are equal to each other. So 3 centimeter. I am using the ruler to place the point M, and I mark it using my pen. Remove the ruler and then erase what do we have in excess. So I erase that, and here is my point M. Okay, so this is also 3 centimeter, and this is a 3 centimeter. This is 100. Type. How do I complete now? Okay, now I can complete by drawing a line parallel to DA, okay, and then I draw a line parallel to MA. But drawing parallels may be confusing to some of you now, because we want to draw a perpendicular and then draw perpendicular to that perpendicular. So we'll not go through that. I'm going to use, there are many ways, okay. So I'm going to use the following way. Okay, remember, if anyone have another way, that may happen, because we have many ways to draw this case. So so far we have drawn DA 3 centimeter, this angle 100 centimeter, this is 3 centimeter. I'm going to complete with this angle, but I do not have it, but I'm going to calculate it. Now we know that supplementary angles, or sorry, adjacent angles are supplementary. So M plus A equals to 180 degree. Yes, so angle M plus angle A equals to 180 degree, and that's a rule in any quadrilateral. Okay, so M plus A equals 180 degree. Now if I know that A is 100, how much remains for M? So 180 minus 100 equals to 80. Then angle M is equals to 80 degree. And now I know angle M, I can draw that here. So I'm using again my protractor, place my protractor on angle M. Of course not like that. I'm going to move it and adjust the side of the protractor to the side of the segment I have. So adjust the protractor, okay, like that. Some small adjustments, okay, and we are going to start from this side. Okay, this side we have nothing. I'm going to start from this side, so the angle is AM, and then we are going to open our angle. So of course we are going to search where is the 0. So this is 0, 10, 20, so we are using the inner numbers, right? So from M we are going to open like 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. until I reach 80, and I'm going to elongate that a little bit to the outside. Okay, and approximately this is 80. Okay, and I'm going to remove my protractor, and now I have this MI. Okay, now I have MI, but I need to know where is I on this line. So the distance between MI is 3 centimeter. Again, I'm using my ruler to measure 3 centimeter. Okay, use the pen, mark 3, remove the ruler, and now I know where is the point I just have to connect I with D. So finally connect the point I with the point D, and here is my rhombus MADI. Okay, so moving on to part 3, where we are given, or part C, which is the third case, we are given dm equals 8 centimeter and di equals 5 centimeter, and they are the diagonal and aside. And how did I know that? Actually, I go and draw on a draft paper. So I'm going to draw a random rhombus on the draft paper and call it MADI. I'm going to see where are these segments that they are giving me their measures. So DM, I'm going to connect it. Yes, it is a diagonal, and DI, it is a side. Okay, so now as DM is a diagonal and DI is a side, how should I draw that? Okay, so I'm going to start with the diagonal, and then I do not know how much is the angle between DI. So I'm going to use a compass in order to draw a segment which measures as DI, and then draw an arc till it reaches wherever it goes. And I'll draw an arc like this, and then going to M, and I'm going to keep the compass opened as the same measure as DI, because DI is equal to IM, the sides of the rhombus are equal, and I'm going to draw using the compass also another arc, and the point where they intersect, that point is I. So this is our plan. Now going to do that. Okay, so here is our ruler. I'm going to draw GM. I can draw it like that, or I can flip the ruler. It doesn't really matter. So let us just draw it the same as here, but it doesn't matter. You can draw it horizontally. Okay, so I'm going to draw DM. DM are given that it is 8 centimeter. Okay, so I'm going to bring my pencil and draw 8 centimeter. This is 8 centimeters. Okay, and this is DM. I'm going to just name it. Okay, so here is D. It looks like an O. I'm going to correct that. So this is D, and this is M. And now I'm going to use my compass, okay, to draw, to open the compass just as much as DI. Okay, so let's see. So here is our compass. Now actually on the paper or in real life you are going to open the compass, but here I'm going to move it and it will tell me how much is the radius. So I'm going to set the radius for 5 centimeters, and here it is. Now I'm going to draw an arc. Okay, so just move the compass and I'm going to draw an arc, and then I'm going to move the compass to the other side and put it on D and draw another arc. Here it is at D, and then I'm just going to draw another arc. You see they intersect at some point here, so I'm going to take the compass away and just connect D in the point where they intersect. This is the point I'm searching for, and connect M also for this point. Okay, and you see if I'm going to use my ruler and actually measure DI, it will be 5 centimeters. Okay, so here is my ruler, and I'm going to put that on 0 and move it. Yep, it's 5 centimeter. And also if I'm going to put it on the other side, also it should be 5 centimeter. Okay, so here it is, and yes, here it is, it's 5 centimeters. Okay, and then you can erase, of course, these arcs. They are annoying. I can erase them, of course. And here is the finished look. Okay, so I draw the first side of my rhombus, and now I can complete the other side by doing the same exact method. So I'm going to use my compass and put it now on D, and just draw an arc to this side and also an arc to this side. Keep the compass, of course, 5 centimeters because you want it to be 5 centimeters the side. So so here is the arc. Okay, sorry for that. Here is the arc from D, and I'm going to put the compass. Of course, you can make your arcs smaller, just it's hard to manipulate this. And here is the second arc from M, and I'm going to take off the compass and just connect M to this point where they intersect, and then this point to G, and after that I'm going to erase everything, this whole mess. I'm going to erase it. Okay, and yeah, actually I cannot erase it very precisely, and I'm going to erase my draft and just put the name of this rhombus. So it is MADI. Also, always please remember to put them in the correct order. So MADI, so MADI, and that is our rhombus drawn. Moving on to our last part D. DM is equals to 10 centimeter and MDI equals 25 centimeter. Okay, let us draw the draft to know where are exactly these measures. Okay, so this is just a random rhombus. It doesn't look like a rhombus, but pretend you are seeing a rhombus. MADI. Okay, so MADI, this is our draft rhombus, and let's see what they have given to us. So GM, this is the rhombus, this is the diagonal DM, and they have given for us the angle MDI. So MDI, this angle. Okay, how do I draw that? So first of all, we are going to draw, of course, DM, because we have the measure of that. And then using the protractor, we are going to draw this angle, which is 25 centimeter. And because the opposite sides are the opposite angles in a rhombus are equal, so this angle equals to this angle, and the diagonal bisect the angle. So this small angle is equal to this small angle here, and also equals to this small angle here and small angle here. So if angle D is 25, this small angle is 25, then also this is 25. Using the protractor, we are going to draw 25 from this side and 25 from this side, and whenever they intersect, it is I. We are going to repeat the same process for A. Okay, let's start. So using the ruler, first of all, we are going to draw DM. So it doesn't matter if you draw it horizontally or vertically, but I'm going to draw it vertically just to look like our draft. Okay, so this is the ruler, and DM, they have given that it is 10 centimeters. Okay, just I'm going to move the ruler down a little bit. Okay, so 10 centimeter, I'm going to start from 0 and then go up till 10 centimeters. Okay, and then I'm going to move the ruler aside for a little bit, and we are going to use our protractor to draw 25-degree angles from the side. We forgot to write the names of them actually. So this is D, and this is M. So now we are going to measure 25 centimeters. So we are going to measure from this side of the protractor because the line is on this side. And what numbers are we going to use? These numbers, the outside numbers, or these small numbers inside? We're going to search for our 0. So it is here 0, 10, 20, and not we are going to start from, we're not counting from 180, 170 and going down. So from 0 till 25. So this is 20, this is 25. I'm going to mark a line from my point D till 25 centimeters, and I'm going to extend that actually a little bit. So here is my line, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the side M. So which side of the protractor are we going to use, this side or the upper side? Of course this side, because our line is on this side. And now what numbers the upper these يعني اللي برا أو اللي جوا. So if we are going to use these outside numbers, so it is 180, 170 and going down in numbers. No, we are going to use the inside numbers because it starts from 0, 10, 20 and you are going to reach 25. So I'm going to grab my pen and draw from M, okay, 25 centimeters. So I'm going to put it here. Here it is 20, here is 25, but I'm going to make it longer, okay, and here is our lines drawn. Now we are going to move our protractor. This point of intersection is the point I, and of course we can erase these extended lines, so we can just keep, okay, I will be removed, but I will write it again. So this is I. The same steps, the same exact steps are going to make them, but on the other side, which means I'm going to turn my protractor, put it on the line on the point D from this side, okay, just adjust it. I'm going to move it a little bit, so no, not like that. Here it is. I'm going to put it on the line, so you must put it on the line, and it's okay. Okay, here it is, and I'm going to measure 25 degree. Okay, so using this side of the protractor and not the outer sides, because numbers are decreasing. Here it is 0, 10, 20, and from D till 25, here is 25, but I'm going to extend it to make it longer because we want it to meet with the other line drawn from the other side. So, and now to the other side, and put the protractor on M and draw also 25 degree angle. So here it is from M and till 25. Oh, I forgot to explain that, but I guess you already know the idea now. So on this side, and not on the small numbers here because they are decreasing, 170, 180, etc. We are going to use this outer number 0, 10, 20, 25. Okay, move the protractor, and here is our rhombus. I'm just going to make this prettier and erase this mess. Okay, and A, this is A, D, I, and here you go. Now you can draw a rhombus. So whatever given you have, you can draw your rhombus.